G'day thrill seekers, Shane Watts here, Dirtwise Riding Schools. There are 5 basic steps to be able to master your wheelies, to go from zero to hero, to be a total legend pop on wheelies. First one that you want to go ahead and utilize is start where there's really good traction and a bit of a slope. Right? We're at the moment we're on a old part of the neighborhood, paved road, heaps of traction. Power's going to get put to the ground. We're on a bit of a gradient on the hill, so it's just perfect right here for this. Right, that's step 1. Right. Second thing is you want to go ahead and have both feet out. Now I know later on we'll keep our feet out, we'll cover the rear brake, but for now just go ahead and put both feet out. Stabilize yourself. Be centralized on the bike. The third key point is sit back. Sit back puts more weight on the rear tire, better traction, makes the front end a lot lighter, pops up way easier. This is really going to help you out. Fourth key point there is to go ahead and use your throttle and clutch in unison together, in conjunction. A little bit of throttle, a lot of clutch. Even if you go ahead and initially leave the throttle on at a steady range, brrr, then pop that clutch out. It's all about popping the clutch. The throttle, it makes the power. The clutch delivers it to the rear tire. So power delivery comes through the clutch, not through the throttle. Realistically, you want to go ahead and work them together like this. Up. You lead with the throttle. Start rolling that throttle on a little bit, then start letting that clutch out. A lot of riders struggle with letting the clutch out far enough. You've got to pop that clutch, not dump it, pop it out. Pop it all the way out, pull it back on in. Right, we're not going for distance here. Maybe the fifth key point here, the fifth basic step, and maybe the most important here is, if possible, get yourself on a smaller bike. You can be able to manhandle it, you can woman handle that bike. Go ahead and do that. So here today, getting off the 150 over on to the TTR 125. Much smaller bike, easier to have the confidence to do this, to manhandle it. You can be physically in command of it. It's confidence inspiring. So a lot of you riders, if you've got a girlfriend, got a wife, got a kid who's got one of these smaller bikes, practice your wheelies on this. If you're a dual sport adventure bike rider, and you live in the inner city, go ahead and there's somewhere that's going to rent one of these bikes. Go spend $100 to rent this bike and go ahead and practice your wheelies. You're going to make so much improvement because you're not going to be scared or not going to be intimidated by your bigger size bike. Once you've learned the skills on this smaller bike, you then take it back to the bigger bike. It's the exact same skills. You just go ahead and apply it with more confidence, better execution. So we'll go ahead, start this one up like we said. We're on the slope. We'll put both feet down. Go ahead and sit back to the rear of the bike and you get a lot more traction on the rear tire. Maybe even for this exercise, go ahead and let your tire down a little bit so as it gets heaps of traction. You see this rear tire, it is pretty bold. No worries, got my fat ass on here, gonna have plenty of traction, and then from there, a little bit of throttle, a lot of clutch. Listen to the revs here. You hear the revs are going to be fairly consistent. Just pop that clutch out. We just do a couple little wheels. Pop up and down a few times. Yeah, no worries. Quite simple there. Docile powered bike, not very powerful, very confidence inspiring. This is how you master your wheelies, get on these small bikes. And then once you want to go ahead and learn to start doing longer wheelies, you learn the balance point. So you saw I popped it up early there, or popped it up high, just do it off the back. No worries, I can hold this bike up, so can you. No worries at all. Then if you want to learn the balance point, you just do the same thing, and then you start doing some toe draggers, do some foot scuffers up the road here, along the trail, wherever it is, and that teaches you the balance point, just like this. there with that. No worries. We'll go down, we'll do the same thing on the Saron. Some of you guys who live in inner city may not have a small little dirt bike, but you get a Saron. They're so much fun and it's great for working on your skills. So we'll grab that right now. Now this one, it does not have the clutch on it. No worries, we just crack the throttle, sit back, a little bit of throttle here, and it's great for learning your skills with the wheelie. Get it rolled on a little. It starts coming up. You get comfortable and confident with that. Because you can man handle, woman handle this bike, whether it's the smaller TTR 125, the Honda, whatever it is, the KTM 85, the Saron, all these bikes. This is how you really are able to fast track your learning with your wheelies, your confidence, your execution. Get on that small bike and then work on utilize those other 4 basics, which is start on a slope, put both feet out, go ahead and sit to the rear of the bike, a little bit of throttle, a lot of clutch, and up it comes. Thanks for watching. We've got the Dirtwise Riding Schools. Check out ShaneWatts.com for the 2025 schedule coming out soon. Plenty of schools all across the nation. We'll be covering this skill, we'll be covering slow ride, we'll be covering corner ruts, all the different skills over a 2-day class. So hopefully we'll see some of you guys at that. We've also got the instructional DVDs, the Dirtwise DVDs there if you want to check them out and order them through the website. All right, no worries. Well, get out there, get on practicing. We'll see you out there soon.